Thank you. Hey everybody, if you don't know me, my name is Lindsay, and I'm going to do a poem I actually finished writing last night. It's called Color Me. I don't know if anybody saw, about a month ago, there was a huge controversy because there was a UCLA student, a young white female student, who decided to make a really lovely, politically correct video called Asians in the Library, and she starts ranting and raving about whenever she goes into her library at UCLA, hordes of Asians are on the phone, ching chong, ling long, talking about the tsunami in Japan. And so it was met with a lot of controversy because a lot of other people, particularly Asian Americans, made like responses to her, like, why would you make this video? And so UCLA did not kick her out, but they made her take the video down. But my thing is, like, you know, it was extremely inappropriate and offensive that she would make this video, but just making her take the video down doesn't address the reason why she thinks it's appropriate to talk about hordes of Asians in the library and imitating the way she thinks that Asian languages sound. And definitely, that video reminded me of things that people said to me when I was growing up as an Asian American, and we don't address race in an appropriate way, and it inspired me to write this piece called Color Me. Every day I can live with confidence and clarity in who I am, based off of all the days I wasted in my youth, hoping and praying I wake up as somebody else, because everything I am felt so overwhelming, voiceless. Finding stereotypes to my race bound into my body, and when my race and my body didn't meet expectations, I was overwhelmed into invisibility. Unless I prayed, I could be somebody else, and now I'm here. And rumor has it, at UCLA there are hordes of Asians in the library, because supposedly we're talking to our phones, ching chong, ling long, disturbing everyone else studying for midterms. So like, I don't mean to be politically incorrect, but I don't need you to correct me. I challenge you to color me till I'm visible, until we're ready to grow towards change, until we're ready to talk about race. Not hide, duck, and dodge that it doesn't exist anymore. Like, racism is that shit that already happened, and fame shot at politically incorrect racial conversations. So we fake apologies but never address why what was said and done was said and done. So like, I don't mean to be politically incorrect, but I don't need you to correct me. I challenge you to color me till I'm visible, because me, unlike you, thinks about race every day. Because apparently the hordes of Asians in UCLA's library. So other people stood up for our community and said that Asian Americans will not be voiceless, and we were met with controversy that we should just let it go, because we can't get angry at every racist comment. But if you've never thought about race like me before, you would know that Asians in the library wasn't just a politically incorrect video from misinformed, but possibly racist chick from UCLA. Those were comments that represent all the stereotypes I heard in my childhood, those that were never questioned by anyone around me. Those comments represent all the memories of all the days I wanted to wake up and be somebody else, because I knew I was more than one of those Asians in the library. And when you say let it go, really you're saying that people like me that have lived race like me don't have the right to be angry, don't have the right to represent who we are, don't have the right to be more than Asians in the library. Because in America, race only matters when it's exploited to God's accomplishment. Because Barack Obama is the first black president, Margaret Cho started the first Asian American sitcom on television, Sonia Sotomayor is the first Latina Supreme Court justice, George Lopez is the first Latino on late night TV, Tyra Banks was the first black woman to cover Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, Oprah Winfrey's owning the world. But race is taboo and exposing our insecurities about justice, fairness, and convert oppressive regimes. We don't have the language, emotions, and tolerance to deal with. Afraid to challenge ourselves enough to handle it. Because what if President Obama is our only black president? We haven't had any other Asian American sitcoms on TV. What if Justice Sonia Sotomayor is the only Latina to be a Supreme Court justice? Why is George Lopez the only Latino on late night TV? Tyra's not a Sports Illustrated cover girl anymore. Doesn't mean black women aren't beautiful anymore. Oprah's owning the world, but what has she done for other people of color, such as a select few girls in South Africa? Because even Oprah refers to Africa as a country and not a continent. So like, I don't mean to be politically incorrect, but I don't need you to correct me. I challenge you to color me till I'm visible, until we're ready to grow towards change, until we're ready to talk about race, not hide, duck, and dodge like it doesn't exist anymore. Like, racism is that shit that already happened, and we've been shot at politically incorrect conversations. So we fake apologies about what was said and done, but never address what was said and done. So like, I don't mean to be politically incorrect, but I don't need you to correct me. I challenge you to color me till I'm visible, because me, unlike you, thinks about race every day. I think about laws in Arizona targeting Mexicans, but it's taboo to say that in America we paint them as undocumented, sponging on welfare state that doesn't exist anymore, banning ethnic studies like taking away our ability to know history, know self. I think about the war on drugs, warring on people of color every day. Why are black people 12.7 of the population and 48.2 of those incarcerated? Why are Latinos 11.1% of the population and 18.6% of those incarcerated? Why are Native Americans less than 1% of the population and 4% of those incarcerated? Why are Asian Americans the model minority when Hmong people as a collective are the poorest people in America? When the racism does exist and not enough corporate managers look like me? Why is Barack Obama's citizenship and religion in question? Why is praising God okay as long as you don't pray 5 times a day to Allah? Attending a mosque is not okay, but the building with the cross on it is. Why was interracial marriage against the law until just a few decades ago? Why are mixed race people such as calling for analysts writing the census and anything else that requires you to check a box? So what are you? Why is Negro a category on the census? Latino is not a race, and if you're not Chinese, you're most likely have to check the box other Asian. Because white privilege is a reality of myths of hard work that never existed. Because somehow we decided that everything white was normal. And if you use it as a norm to compare everybody else too. So most white kids never had to think about race. I'm not even mad at them anymore. But we have to question why we're here, because I heard there were hordes of Asians in UCLA's library. So like, I don't mean to be politically incorrect, but I don't need you to correct me. I challenge you to color me until I'm visible, until we're ready to grow towards change, until we're ready to talk about race, not hide, duck, and dodge like it doesn't exist anymore. Like racism is that shit that already happened, and we feign shock at politically incorrect racial conversations. So we fake apologies never address what was said and done, So like, I don't mean to be politically incorrect, but I don't need you to correct me. I challenge you to color me till I'm visible, because me, unlike you, think about race every day. Because I don't thrive on controversy or half-assed attempts at cultural sensitivity. I don't care if I'm politically correct. I care if you come correct, because you'll think of things differently next time. So color me. Thank you.
Hey.